Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect. In the previous episode we built some more and then a fire started, so let's just crack on and deal with that. Emergency services will have 2 fire engines. There we go. I really want a mod where you get like a fire helicopter or plane or something, and it looks like we don't even have to get off the fire trucks here. We can just remotely do it from here. Cool. I mean, these hoses are really good. They can go straight through solid wall. And how would you set fire to a brick wall? That's normally what they're sort of resistant against, isn't it? Fire. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll get rid of those and they can go back to do whatever firemen do when they're not here. So we'll say utilities, electrical cable, run that down to there, make sure that's all powered up, which it now is. We also want to go to objects and sprinkler, and we want to place one there and there. And while we're on it, there and there, come over here. Ideally, those want to be a bit left, don't they? I think they do. These want to be left, so there's at least a gap of 2 there. Dismantle. There we go. We'll sort that out. Shouldn't be any great hardship. As you can see, the wall over here is now getting sorted, which is good. Place another perimeter wall there. That's fine. That there will never be moved, I don't think. It's moved to garbage. It'll probably be stuck for the remainder of the game. But there's not much we can do about that. I'm just going to prioritise the movement of all of these. It is just a movement. We have dismantled, and then we'll place it around here. Not going to buy any more. I'm not going to place any more until ones have been dismantled, because otherwise you do end up buying them. So obviously the potatoes and other things that needs to be frozen, they'll be shifted. And then what we can do is we can place, I must place shower heads there. We want sprinklers, and we'll have a sprinkler there, and there, and that will hopefully be enough suppression. I mean, I could place them there and there as well. I mean, that just really, you know, doubles down on the amount of fire suppression. Like that. There we go. That's got full coverage, I think. So obviously utilities, small pipe. We'll need to connect all that. Shouldn't be any great issue. We'll just do that. Over here, same sort of deal. I just have to wait for them to be placed first, and then I'll know what the beef is with that. We might have to redesignate some kitchen. Let's have a quick look. Kitchen place. Yeah, just a little bit, but it wouldn't have affected it. We wouldn't have known. And wouldn't have been any great problem. So that's now connected. That's now connected. Haven't put them in the middle there because generally the fire starts around where you would expect it, as in where the cookers are. Speaking of that, just double check, make sure that's okay. Tunnels being found there. That'll be real. So what we'll do is we will search the toilets. See if we can find this one. So there's a pickaxe. So there's already evidence. So the question is, where is it? Search the toilets again. Because there's a chance when you search the toilets that you find the offender. I'm going to search the toilets over there as well, because it could easily be from here, digging this way. Very much, it's unlikely to be that one. Just waiting for the dogs to come past. Where are they? There's the dog patrol coming past. I'm interested to see if they start sniffing it early, because then it'll give me a rough direction, because they only smelt it around here. So that means that it's probably come straight down. So there we go. So if I go in here, the question is, will they detect it? Gonna move them inside. The dog's really keen on digging there. Okay. Dismantle these. But it could be any of the toilets in here. We're not we're not smelling it inside here, so they haven't dug that far yet. Oh, there we go. There's the tunnel. Wow, okay. They got there, but they didn't smell it. But it's... yeah, that's quite far. Luckily, we've detected it. We've detected this thing when it was on its way down to... there. I mean, that is tunneling right under the library, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely found that one. Right, okay. So we'll remove that. Interesting that we detected it once we removed this one. I guess it must have been connected to the first, which is generally the case when you have a dormitory. They normally do that sort of thing. So we'll need to put the toilets back in. So there and there. Won't be able to place this one until the other one's down, which it is. And then we will obviously place some mosaic floor if need be. Right, so that's most of that done. We have received some more prisoners. I just need to... oh, sorry, we haven't received any more prisoners yet. But we're going to. In terms of barbed wire, I'm going to spend a hell of a lot of money and place barbed wire all the way around here. Now, there has been some call to place the barbed wire between the high risk and the low risk, or the normal risk area. I'm just going to have to stop because I quite frankly don't have enough money. Place it from along here. And I don't see any point in that because it's easier for the prisoners to bat open these doors than it is to climb over the wall. So they'll realistically never go over this wall, especially considering there's two of them. They could climb over this first one and then go over that one. Or if they're coming from this way, they'd have to use the rope on the first one and then climb over the second. But that's only if they're strong. So I don't know. I don't think we'll go ahead and do that. I think it would just be a bit of a... oh, that's a bug. That bug's still in the game then. See that? See, even when it's closed, it's there. Look, it opens it up. Even when you close it. So I'll just type shop and there. It won't close from now on. Wonder if you expand it. Yeah, you can't even expand it. Bugs. Bugs, 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 bugs. Still there. For all these years. Okay. Oh, that's even worse. What a surprise. I've made it worse. If I just go like... That's open, that's closed. There we go. We'll just have to do that. Oh, there's a death. Tim Pierce dead. Snitch. Yeah. I'm too busy doing other things. Didn't check on that one. I mean, will we do anything anyway? No. Maximum. We've got our protective custody's maxed out. We wouldn't do it. And there's another one. And that was a snitch there. Why were they outside? They were probably on their way to parole. Here. Huh. Well, that's just dandy. Okay. Looks like James Jerram has had at least one death row appeal, and that's now the chance of him being executed, or rather his likelihoods of clemency, big difference, is now down to 24%. So how's our barbed wire coming along? That's fine. They're not going to get on the corners, so I'm just going to cancel it on the corners. We do need to have barbed wire. And we're still out of money again. And there's another death. Dead, murdered by prisoner Scott AIDS. Why is that? Strong and volatile from Scott Knight. There's no reason for it. It's just looks like he's been fighting inside his cell, including batting up the toilet and the bed, and then come outside and there's just an unfortunate person there that's just been hit. That's all that's been really. There's no real reason on it. No real cause. So we've got $3,000 now, early release there. So let's get our barbed wire placed again. Barbed wire costs a lot. I also wish it was, I mean, an item's fine, but just placing it, you can't sort of use the same way as you place the walls, where you sort of just click and drag like that. But anyway, danger level is slowly going up, and I want to know why. There's a lot of suppression going around, which is because of the armed guards. Free fire's off. So 23 prisoners are shackled in their cells or in solitary. Right. Well, that's actually good for the purposes of recruiting informants, which I want to do now. And some prisoners have serious complaints about sleep, freedom, and recreation. Now, that freedom need there, you can see there's 7 prisoners are furious. It'll be these guys, probably. Privacy, literature need, exercise. No, actually. Strangely. Family. That's the freedom need. Ah, interesting. Anyway. I can understand the privacy need being quite high because we have dormitories, 2 of. So, anyway, let's go over to our informants. Potential CI, Scott Knight. In there for murder. We'll recruit an informant. Not the ideal informant, but who is, I guess. Well, the ideal informant is someone who's not going to kill anybody for any reason, but, you know, there you go. So, we're still waiting for this to be done. It is queued. Just going to take some time. Just focusing on repairing this here. Which, obviously, that's now stopped the water. Got 5 grand. So, again, barbed wire. We get to there. Then we're not going to attempt this one going to the right, because, well, we're not. To be fair, I don't think the one to the right here will ever be... really, I don't think it'll be strictly necessary, because if they're going to tunnel out from here, from this cell, then it's going to be very, very unlikely that they tunnel out from there, dig all the way down, and then come out there, and then have to try and go over the wall. They'll just continue on. But, as always, it's sort of the same for completion, really. We just want to say, yes, we do have a barbed wire wall all the way along. Although we can't because we've spent like a bazillion generic units of currency in order to get it done. And we still haven't got this bit here done. Maybe get that done first, because then I get loads of intake. Current capacity, 224. We do have a grant, which is increased capacity to 500. We're never going to get that done in this prison. If we expand it down to the south, in another series, another series of episodes, then so be it, but we're not going to get it done now. Current bank loan is 0, and it won't be able to increase because we did have a loan and then we weren't able to repay it. So that's just permanently, it's just not happening, which is a bit of a shame. We are going to receive some more prisoners. In terms of our grading, you can see reoffending rate is down to 7%. Value is over 750,000. Staff fatalities is 10, which is not great at all, but it's certainly a lot lower than it's been from a lot of prisons when it comes to certainly the capacity that we have and what we have in the prison, which is not the overall majority, but we have more maximum security prisoners than any other type. We've got 7 punishment out of 10. That's pretty good. Reforms going up to 6. Security is 2. Health is still at -1, but it has been low as -2 there. So again, that's pretty good. We've got paroled early at 295 with only a 2% reoffending rate of those paroled early, which is very, very good indeed. 2 prisoners have escaped, which was going over the wall on the far right, and we had 42 deaths in custody. That's the worrying one. That is the worrying one. That's due to the traits of, well, originally several episodes in which is my lack of checking when it comes to the intake here, and none of these have any traits we should be worried about. It's the things like the snitches and things like that. Those are the issues. Those are the issues that we tend to see. Let's go over for... I'm not going to place barbed wire there. I want to get this done sooner rather than later. In fact, what we might as well do is go to... Oh, we can't sell shares. Can't, because there's been no recent deaths. It needs to be within a full day, I think. Or maybe even a couple of days. Yeah. I was wondering why we have... I was wondering why we had line of sight in there. It's because one of the guards was taking some laundry in there. I thought the workers did the laundry rather than the guards. I don't mind that the guards are doing it. I do mind that that happens. That's the problem. So we've got a lot of intake. Let me just check our programs. So behavioural therapies on the go, alcoholics group, parole hearing, loads of that, loads of spiritual guidance. Don't know if we need... Oh no, we do need loads in the queue. I might as well start... Oh, look at all the ones we could put on there. It's just going to be... Yeah, we just need loads of spiritual guidance. Death row appeals going. 1% pass. Kitchen safety and hygiene, we're not going to be doing that. Guard taser, only 2 in the queue, so we're not going to bother. So workshop safety induction, we got 11 interested. We could start another one of those. Although, no, to be fair, that's there. There's no queued. Carpentry apprenticeship. There's 17 interested / qualified. 11 passed at 27% pass rate. That's pretty good for the carpentry apprenticeship. Foundation education, we've got several interested there. Can't do any other rooms. General education, again, 3 interested. And we've got a 51% pass rate on those. So foundation is 121 passed, 49%, and 20 passed for the general, which is 51%. That's a lot better than what it used to get to, which was, quite frankly... pathetic. It really was. I'm just going to go to sell object here, by the way, and just make loads of money just by selling all of this stuff here, because, well, otherwise it'll take forever for the workers to get that shifted. There we go. A lot of these are just wood and things like that, and we'll get rid of all that. And now we've got 20 grand, enough for me to go and finish this last cell block off. So that'll go there, jail will go there. And obviously we still need to put the barbed wire right to the end. It is a waste of money, I do understand. There's no reason for it to go to the end at all. It really doesn't need to go there. It's just, you know, for completeness. It will damage there. So we've got the barbed wire there. We've got the barbed wire around the outside. Technically, if they want to escape, we'll probably go here and then jump over, which is... I wouldn't really call it a weak spot, but it's just what it is there. So if I do that, that'll hopefully... resolve that one. This one goes down the outside, so again, it doesn't really matter, that one there. But we do have our road blocks in there and the road gates with automatic door servos, I believe. Yes, which is not working for some reason. We've got door servos on most of the doors, like the workshop and such. Not on these cell blocks, because we've just got them locked open, and we can either use just lock down, bang up, or just manually change it. Look at that, it's not moving. Why is that not moving? Door control system is working. It's flashing away there. I wonder if only one door can be actuated at any one time. I know more than one door can be opened at any one time. But I wonder how it works when it comes to if there's one door being opened. Can another one be opened simultaneously, or does the order for one have to be done first? I don't know. Anyway, let's just see how much we can build here. I don't think that was done, you know. I think there's some bits missing. I think we might have ran out of money. Although it didn't say that. Normally it would say insufficient funds before we placed it. Anyway, so we'll get most of that done. It won't take too long. Looks like Christopher Bird was ODing. I normally don't go and check that, because if it pops up and you can see it, it means that it's already known, and then the guards get an order to go and fix it anyway, so there's no real issue there. Staff meals just been bought. We'll just check our staff needs, because we haven't done so in quite some time. You generally tend to get critical needs, because those will be the guards that are on like a long shift, like around here, for example. There you go, look at that, huge needs for that sniper. And the last thing you want is a pissed off sniper, because then you get sort of Bobley Swagger doing his thing, and then they make movies and TV shows about him. But yeah, that's something that you want to try and avoid. But the only way to do that really is to alter your policy and have the max staff taking break. I'm going to put that to 15%. We could give them a pay rise or a pay cut as well. Current pay rise is 10%. That's good, because it means staff morale stays high, and then they're better at searching things. That's something that is represented in the game, but not really. I don't know. Is it represented visually? Like, do they patrol slower? I think they might. There you go. Because they're walking really, really slow. You would normally only know really if you mouse over them it says pissed off and if it says staff morale is high or low. That's the normal way of seeing that one. Anyway, so they're still cracking on with these cells. They find it probably the best way of doing it is to put everything but one item in there and then move on to the next, which is always useful. I do want to sell some stuff in here just to get enough money to finish the rest off, you see. It's not a lot of money, but it's some amount of. And obviously we've got all of the logs in here as well. I think you get I think it's slightly less money if you do that way. Oh, there's prisoner intake as well. That's just finished it right off. So we'll go over to the quick build once again. And then we'll clone it. That shared cell. Haven't utilised these, so you got like kitchen, luxury cells, solitary. Look at that. Just toilet at the end. We haven't even got toilets in ours. Yeah. Not good. Anyway, so we have received more prisoners. There's an instigator in there. Let's activate our informants there. You, instigator. You are a supermax prisoner. I mean, they're not really a supermax prisoner by the standard definition. They're just an issue. Volatile, extremely quick, fearless. Nothing I should worry about there. All of them are getting targeted, which we knew that was going to be the case. Volatile. Just having a quick one pass on that. Can't see any other instigators that are there. Okay, that's fine. Right. So, the guards will be finishing this off. It's already got power because I placed that when I did this one to the right. And it's just the bottom bit to be done and then the water. And obviously also we need to get the objects down here with the barbed wire. And there we go. That's the barbed wire there. Right. I'm fairly confident that's the last major building work to be undertaken in the prison. I think it might be. I mean, we could place some walkways around here, but just because of the size of it, we decided we're not going to. These showers are all put in. These are going to be done here. We still got the triple lights in there. There are 3 lights. And in there as well. And then no lights in some of the others. Like I say, an auto light function would be nice. There's auto lights in here when you place your foundation, but it would be nice if you could say auto light there and then it did it. There's a tunnel they're saying there. That's highly unlikely. There's no reason to it be there unless it was from here. In that case, I don't know if tunneling that way would be the way to go. They would probably tunnel to the left. So almost certainly a fake. Unless they walk back over the other way and then we know that that's not the case at all. So, I think that's all the major building work. There probably is little bits of walkway and such and path that I need to mess around with, but I think that's about it. I think so. Overall, I'm fairly happy with the facility, actually. This was a medium size when we first started. We decided that A, it wasn't going to be symmetrical, B, to aid that and sort of break it up to force me not to build it symmetrical or as close to, we would use a lake, which is what we've got, a lump here and then a lump there and a lump there. When we expanded to the left, that didn't have a lake going round, or it didn't spawn anymore. That's fine. We went with a workshop early. That was designed. We designed that from the get-go, that we knew we wanted to have a workshop front and centre, and we utilised that quite a bit. Obviously, forestry, same sort of thing. Originally, we had sort of low, or medium, low, and then high. Now we've shifted that over, so we've got medium, and then the 2 dormitories being low. Dormitories being quite interesting in this one. A lot more escapes than I would have expected as well, and they get a lot further than I would have expected. If we don't do shakedowns every 3 or 4 days, and certainly if we don't have the dogs patrolling, it's really difficult to detect all of those. We also, speaking of patrols, have dogs going around here as well as lots of armed guards. The problem is that we have... why is Chen locked down in there? I actually know why, because this is not classed as max sec. Now it is. There we go. Yeah, and they'll get shifted over. Yeah. we've got enough patrols. We've probably overstaffed it as usual, but that's my issue. It hasn't hindered it because we got 2 workshops and the forestry, and we've got 2 parole systems going. It means that we always get a good amount of money from just paroling people as well. We have went through the execution process once in the game. Why is no one on that? Thank you. Yeah, we have gone through the execution process once in the game. We do have this other person in there, which we would probably go through the same process looking at it, but we'll see if see what happens with that one if we progress on with it. Overall, though, I'm quite happy. I think it's been interesting. We've had a lot more events than we had. This place here, known to be made of just tinder. I think the whole place is just a big bale of hay with a 3-bar fire in the corner. That's pretty much what this is. Or this storing loads of almost Acme Wile E. Coyote TNT with a random arc lamp just in the corner as well. We did have some problems mid-game, where we had the explosion around here. We had people try to escape through it. We had a couple of episodes of just recovery, really, fixing the thing up, trying to get money. Our credit rating has been hit because of that. But yeah, it's been eventful and hopefully enjoyable for you to watch. We are going to call it there for this prison and indeed this series. If there is big calls to expand the prison, it will be probably to expand it north or south. North would actually be easier because it means we can just have a big entranceway here, and then also the river will be expanded. But then if that river goes quite far, it means that to get round to this side, we'd probably have to open up a slit here, which we wouldn't do. Although we could cut that in there, but it's a lot of work. Or we could have another entrance from this road. We could expand down south, which was the original plan. And what we'd probably do is get rid of this classroom and have just a straight shot going down. But even then, though, it means that it's only got one entranceway. So I'd be probably aiming for expanding north if we do it, but you know what, I'm not really going to think about it too much because it's not happening, as far as I can tell, really at all, unless there's a huge call for it. And even if there is, we're definitely going to be giving this a break and trying other things. And yeah, there we are. Hope you have enjoyed the video, the series, and everything. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.